I don't thoughts, people. I saw a sign in a pawn shop and it said, "Buy a pair of earrings, get a free gun." It's like, dude, if you think she's not going to like them, just get a receipt. It's a lot of pressure. Saw a bumper sticker on this truck and I pictured this Magnum, this big fucking gun. And it said, "We don't dial 911. It's a solid philosophy. Unless, like, your house is on fire. "Paul, save the kids." "I got them, baby. They're safe too, Jesus now." I want to get a pair of tattoos on my balls that say "baby's on board." It's alright. You guys know what a stranger is? Or like you sit on your hand till it goes numb and you masturbate with it, right? I came up with a change on that. It's called a robot stranger, where you sit on your hand till it goes numb and you masturbate with it, but you do it while wearing a Nintendo Power Glove. Right on. I don't worship Satan, but I do think he's a really good guitar teacher. I love that shit. Puts on his little helmet, it's so excited to play. I bring it in, it's fun. I want to start a radio show so that blind people can listen to fireworks. And the DJs will run the color commentary. Shit. I know, fuck me. It cuts close to the bone because I am actually colorblind. My favorite color is green, but I worry about how many times I've looked at something yellow and accidentally got happy. I love bananas. Have you guys ever seen like a tragedy or an accident and you know something terrible has happened but you don't know who to root for? Like you don't know which side the bad news is coming from? Like I read a story about this dude. Excuse me. I read a story about this dude. Somebody else has got to use this, so I'm going to... Alright, fine, God, I'm sorry. Alright. I read a story about this 37-year-old dude. He was driving a van, he was drunk, he blew like a .32, and he ran over this kid, he killed this kid. But then, they showed a picture of the kid, and he had the dyed black emo haircut with the blonde tips going over his eyes. And they said he was the lead singer in a Christian metal band. And I've never been more conflicted. He works in mysterious ways. Thanks, Dad. I saw a flag at half-staff, and I thought, what I think a lot of us are starting to think is, Christ, what now? Like, I get it, it's bad news, but I'm seeing them everywhere every single day, and I don't know what happened today. Like, I need a memo in the paper, or like send me an email or something. Like, the Perkins flag is half-staff. Did they quit their 2-for-1 breakfast specials? Like, I need to know. Otherwise, you're just trying to bump me out. I need a reason. And the other thing, too, is that the flag only has 2 settings. Everything's cool, or like, bad times. Like, there's nothing for good news. There's no extra staff. I want it to be like a big waving cock outside. Or like, what if it shot lightning? It's like, fucking, yeah, metal, like, America. The best idea I've heard, because I came up with it, is like a Transformer flag. Where it's fucking the flag, but then like the fucking rock hands come up and throw your fingers in the sky. Like, dude, it was with the metal flag. It's like, oh, we just beat a rabbit. Fuck yeah, America. My dad was telling me he was in college and he knew this Muslim dude. And this dude ate pork all the time. And that's one of the rules, they can't do that. But this dude just didn't give a shit. Like, he bacon wrapped pork chops would wash down with a ham sandwich. Like, all the time. And my dad asked him, like, Muhammad, how do you get away with that? Doesn't that anger Allah? And he says, Nick, I talk like this. Whenever I order a ham, it comes to my table. I close my eyes and say, Allah, make this pork chicken. And he does. That made me so happy. I'd forgotten there were Muslim dudes out there with a sense of humor. They're real, you guys. They're better than unicorns. I can't take that stuff too seriously. Like, oh, airport terrorism, it's a hoot for me. I was in Mexico. having a Mexican time. We were in the gate. I paid good money for it. I don't know. My parents paid good money for it. We were at the gate, and we were going to go down to the plane, 3-hour flight, the cheeseburgers, and American freedom. Like, we're on our way home. And they stopped somebody and did a random bag search. And, you know, she happened to be white, which I thought was ironic. But Mexican guard's doing his thing, very polite about it. He's got the bag, looking through the clothes, like, lifting around, searching around. Lady walks up and goes, "Is everything okay? Is there a problem?" He goes, "No, you just have a bomb in your bag." "What? I'm kidding, you're fine, you can go." Laughed my balls off. Funniest thing I've ever seen. You can't do that here. You can't even say there's not enough room in my bag. This room kind of sounds like boom, and then they tackle you, and your life's over. This hombre, huevos grandes, muy macho. Like, I want that dude up here. I'll push him over the fence. I'll pay his green card myself. Listen, folks, here's the deal. If you tell a joke about a bomb in an airport, and tell them I set you up to it, I will pay your bail, buy you a shot, and write you in for my vote as president at the next election. Because that's the kind of courage I want to lead us into the hilarious future.